Hey guys, welcome to Lambda Motorcycles. I'm Michael. Today we will be doing a clutch and a Honda CT110. Come with us. So these are the parts that we'll be using. This is the Lambda brand gasket set and the steels and fibros. We've also got the screws. We'll put new screws in there as well. And here are the tools that we'll be using. Screwdriver, hammer, screwdriver, clutch tool, 12mm to take the foot pegs off, 8mm, little rattle gun, impact driver with tip. So first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to drain the carby, but before we drain the carby, we're going to switch it to off. The reason we drain the carby is we're going to actually lay the bike over. And if we don't drain the carby, the float will stay open inside the carby and let fuel into the airbox. You don't want that. Once the fuel's drained and stopped, screw the screw back in. Nice and firm. And make sure that the carby stays in the off position, because we don't want fuel getting back into the carby bowl, and then as we lay the bike over, fuel won't get into the airbox because it's all out of the float now. So what we'll do first is we'll take the foot pegs off. Right, now we're going to lay the bike over. And the carby's off and it's been drained. So he'll just sit there like that. Gonna undo this here as well, just so I can get that foot pedal out of the way as well. If you can give yourself more room, you know, go for it. So now I have lots of room. Obviously I'm trying to cheat here. You just tap the gasket, tap the clutch cover a little bit. You might be able to separate the gasket from the engine, meaning I can sneak away without having to do the gasket. But this one looks like it's pretty stuck on, so it's looking like I'll probably end up breaking it and having to clean it up and then put a new one on. Yep, and I've broken the gasket. So it'll have to all be cleaned up. So that adds quite a lot of extra time onto the job, which is fine, because at the end of the day, you know, a new gasket is always better. Have a look at the strainer, see how the motor's been going. This one's just got a little bit of fluff in it. Not too bad actually. So that can go back in there. Those screws are in perfect condition, so we'll probably actually use them again. We won't need to use new ones because these ones are in perfect condition. Gasket's good, so we can just leave that. We'll clean it up though, obviously, because this acts as a filter for the engine as well, to collect all the old brake matter, clutch matter I should say. There's a little tab in here that locks into the nut. So that's a lock washer to lock into the lock nut. So we'll just grab a little screwdriver here, just grab that tab. It's that simple, it's out of the way. We can drop the tool straight in now and gain access to it. Oh, looks like for some reason they've put 2 tabs on it. I've never seen that before. You only need to put 1 tab on it, guys. Yep, cool, now we're good. Get the rattle gun, undo that. That's it, we've got the clutch out. So now I can take this up to the bench and we can rebuild it and then put it back in with a new gasket. Away we go. Alright guys, it's got a lock clip on it. Just get up on one of the edges and take that off. Look, if you want to put them in a pattern so you know how to put it together, you can. So you can fold them out like that on a side, you know, if you've never done one before, so you know how to put them back together. Me personally, I just pull them all out. So that's generally how you do it, and then you do it in the reverse to get it back together. I always fully disassemble it so I can fully clean it out. And she's got hot, as you can see, she's got very hot here, very dark, very worn out, very hot. So she's obviously run low on oil at some point. Alright, so in regards to, just put these to the side. In regards to cleaning it out, just grab a screwdriver. It's really caked up. And just take it out. Yeah. And you just give it a bit of a wipe up. You can use Kero as well, Kero bath. I do have a Kero bath at the back. Run Kero through it because Kero's obviously got oil in it and it's good. If some of it's left behind, it won't hurt the clutch. Alright, so now that we've got it all nice and cleaned up, we can put it back together. Yep. It's okay, so we'll oil this up, just here. The washer back on. A new steel with the posts on first. Load the springs from the old one. Give it an oil. sure she's all moving freely. Got a clutch plate on, oil it. When you're doing this, just make sure she's biting down. Last thing you want is for that to come undone. Just always make sure she's definitely on there, all the way around, and then check it physically. Now I can see that that is not in correctly. So that is going to pop out. So what I'll do is I'll actually take that off. So when loading the split pin, make sure you do it on a post, because then they will correctly line and lock in, and it'll fall into place all the way around. Perfect. Once you've done your clutch, should spin freely one way, lock up the other way. Spin freely one way, lock up the other way. Then you put it together correctly. Right guys, so we've got a clean surface and a clean surface on the engine. New gasket, got a new lock washer, the nut's fine. We've kitted out our clutch. So we're right to put it all back together. Just do it till the tabs line up. And just fold it in. You only got to do one. Done. You want to do this so these don't vibrate out when the mod is at full revs. So the bearing first. And your oil through and spring. Bearing spring. Just like that, and then time it. And that's the timing of it. Straight over. So if that's 12, and that's 1, if that's 12 and that's 3, you're kind of like at 1 o'clock. If you're ever unsure, just check the workshop manual or give us a buzz. So like that. Clutch cover back on, 2 long bolts, one goes there, one goes there, and then the rest are small. that's how you do a clutch.